Aggregate methods are one of the most popular features of the Query Builder, and they allow you to perform calculations on your data pretty easily. The Query Builder provides several aggregate methods, including the count, sum, average, maximum, and minimum methods, which can be used to calculate the total number of rows in a table, the sum of a specific column, the average of a column, or the maximum and minimum values in a column. Let's navigate back to PHP Storm, and let's open our post controller, and let's get rid of the truncate method. Now let's start off with the first aggregate method, which is the count method. The count method allows you to count the number of rows in a given table or a result set. This method is incredibly useful when you need to display the number of posts in your application. In the output, you will see that we have a total of 13 rows inside our database. You can even combine the count method with other methods that we have used inside this course. So let's say that we want to count where the is_published column is equal to true. In the output, you will see that it responded back with 9, meaning that 9 columns are published. It also allows you to calculate the sum of a specific column in a given table or a result set through the sum method. So let's get rid of the count method and also the where method, and let's change the sum method. This method is pretty useful when you need to calculate the total revenue generated by your business or how long it takes to read all posts on your site. Right here, we need to pass in an argument which should represent the column name where an addition can be performed on. So let's say the column min_to_read. Inside the output, you will see that it responded back with 62, meaning that it will take 62 minutes to read all posts. You could also calculate the average of a specific column in a given table or a result set through the AVG method, which stands for average. We need to pass in an argument of the column name, so let's keep it equal to the minutes to read, and inside the output, you will see that it responded back with 4.7, meaning that the average read of all blog posts is around 5 minutes. Just like the count method, you could combine it with other methods as well, so let's change the where method on it once again. And let's say that the is_published column needs to be true. In the output, you will see that it responded back with an average of 5 minutes. The next method is the max method. And the max method allows you to find a maximum value of a specific column in a given table or a result set. This method is useful when you need to find the longest post in your post table. So let's say that we want to find the maximum of the minutes to read column, which says that the longest read is 9 minutes, and this can also be used with the where clause again of the is_published column, which needs to be true, which also says that the highest is 9 minutes. The last method is the opposite of the max method, since we could also get the minimum. The min method allows you to find the minimum value of a specific column in a given table or a result set. This method is useful when you need to find the shortest post inside your database. Inside the output, you'll see that the output is 2. Now this was it for the aggregate methods, which are incredibly useful and can help you to perform complex calculations on your data.